It's a pleasure to say hello to another one of the Hall of Fame inductees in the Georgia-Florida game Hall of Fame. Terrence Edwards joins us now. He wore the red and black. That's why I got to say it's the Georgia-Florida game Hall of Fame, right?
Oh, most definitely. It's the Georgia-Florida. The best team have to go first.
How special is it for you to be recognized in just this particular game?
It's special. Like I said, I've always tried to compete with my older brother, Robert, and try to do everything that he has done. And he's in the Georgia-Florida Hall of Fame, so now I'm just honored to be in the same Hall of Fame as my brother.
You guys ever go back and talk about, like, what were the best teams that you guys were on? Any argument about
that? He knows the 2002 was the best team since we were kind of the team that kind of broke through to win the SEC championship and kind of spearheaded what we got going on right now. But he helped with Coach Dunn in '97. They ended up beating Florida that year. So that kind of catapulted into my year. So he's going to say he was the pioneer, and I just say, well, I took it over the top.
I got the ring, right?
Yes, I did, most definitely.
That is the way to look at it. But the uniqueness of this rivalry, and we always ask players to kind of give us an idea, is there a story, a way you would describe this particular game and just how big it is?
Records don't matter. None of the things that Georgia have done in the last 2 years matter because this game here is so electric, and every player circle this game on the schedule in the summers and all the workouts, all the running you do is kind of coming to this game. That's what you run for this game. Neither side want to lose because 364 days you have to hear about who won this game. So it's special. It's one of the games that I definitely look for. Unfortunately, I didn't get opportunity to win. But I'm living now vicariously through these players now because we have won the last few years.
Yeah. All right, so Georgia loses Brock Bowers, clearly a loss. But I'm under the thinking of, and I want to get your thoughts on this as well, championships are won with quarterbacks, with elite, rare quarterbacks. Carson Beck has a chance to be that type of guy. Do you see him now taking control in the second half of the season?
I do. I've seen growth from his first game to now. We all got to remember Carson haven't started a game since he left Jacksonville 4 years ago in high school. So every game is a different experience for him and a different learning process. So this game now is something special to him because he's from the area. So he's coming back. So he kind of have to channel all the emotion, everything that goes into it, and let it be a healthy emotion, not one that's going to be a nervousness. But he played in the Auburn game. I think that game there, being in a hostile environment against Auburn, it's going to help him pull from his growth as a quarterback. That's going to help him in this game.
The experience of that.
Yeah, the experience of being down, needing to score. So if he has to pull from that, but I just think now it's his time to kind of be the leader of the team. We all know Brock is the best player.
Right.
So now he's going to have to lean on other players and trust other players, and I think him being on kind of the backup scout team, he's been in situations where he's throwing to a lot of these guys, to Oscar Depps and Marcus and Ladd. So he's worked with these guys for a long time, so he's not new to them. So I just think he's just going to go. I think Bobo is going to put him in a position to make easy throws. That's not put him in a position where the game is solely on his back.
Right.
Couple more for Terrence Edwards. He is a Georgia-Florida game Hall of Fame inductee, not just a nominee, an inductee. When you think of Kirby, his DNA, we talked about it with Spurrier and Urban Meyer. What is in Kirby's DNA that makes him want to win this one so much?
Because he played in, he's a fiery. I mean, he's fiery competitor. Like he's gonna put every ounce of everything he has in his body into winning this game. And that was the type player that he was. Kirby will tell you, Kirby probably wouldn't have recruited Kirby coming out of high school because he would tell you he's probably not the player that he recruits. But one thing that Kirby has done and will do what he does as a coach, he's going to give you everything he has. He's going to fight you tooth and nails, and that's what type of coach he is.
Yeah, it really is awesome. Mike Bobo, you mentioned him as well. He's drawn up some good offense, and I think Georgia fans got to be pretty jacked about that.
Oh, too. Most definitely. I think he's done a great job of putting players in position to succeed. As a coach myself on a high school level, you have to figure out the player's strength and weaknesses and try to put him in a position to exploit his strengths and not his weaknesses. If a player has a weakness, that may be another player's strength, so you put him in a position that he can succeed. So I think Kirby and Bobo has done a great job of bringing along Carson Beck, and now it's time for Carson to really explode. That it's not like he hasn't exploded, but take that next step to this is my team.
You mentioned coaching. Tell Georgia fans where they can find you and how you're doing.
Oh, I coach at Milton High School, and you can find me at Terrence Edwards Wide Receiver Academy on all my social media platforms. I do have my own personal training business where I train middle school to professional athletes on how to become a better receiver.
That is awesome. Terrence, congratulations, buddy.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.